You see, I have her wrapped in the wings of an angel. Her tears are plain to see. She is bruised but not broken. She comes with a traumatic history. You see, I've been with her since the conception of life, keeping her strong while enduring strife. Where her spirit was broken, the light entered in. And now as a star that shines supernova bright, others can't help but to be drawn to her on sight. But what she doesn't understand is that they use love as an extension of their abusive hands. What she seeks from without, she should seek from within, to be comfortable in her own skin, loving herself from within. But she seeks from without. And without a doubt, love will become synonymous with pain, and she will try to take her life in vain, though in my wings she shall remain, even though her life is like a derailed train. She is wrapped in the wings of an angel. Her tears are plain to see. She is bruised, but not broken. Her voice she dare not speak. Such a special being to me, though others have treated her maliciously, her heart remains open and free. Inspiring hearts being amused, the energy they would take, yet abuse. And I've seen her heart break time after time, but on this particular night, she couldn't even put up a fight because he drugged her to take her away from her city and her life. He presenting himself to be a friend, she letting her guard down once again. And in that moment, her life became deeply shook, and before she knew it, she was passed out, unaware of what she had took. The things that happened to her that day as he made multiple stops along the way. She'll never know, and I would rather not say. It's just better if we keep it that way, because if peace of mind is all that you got, why does she need to live with tainted thoughts? See, they were traveling in the van for so long, and as things would have it, he would need to stop and rest, and as things would have it, the police would be nearby, ready to make the arrest, and as things would have it, she'd wake up in the van with a flashlight in her face, feeling the disgrace, unsure of what she was about to face, and as things would have it, the police dropped her off in a common place, nowhere near her home but over 50 miles away, and as things would have it, she needed to make it back that day. She is wrapped in the wings of an angel. Her tears she swallows painfully. She is bruised but not broken. He has destroyed her purity. Wrapping my wings around her, I whispered in her ear to go inside, forget her pride, get something to eat with the last $15 that she kept hidden in the boots on her feet. It was then that I whispered to a stranger, she needs you. It was then that he asked her, how are you? It was then that she answered, I am not okay. I was drugged and kidnapped. I am far from home. The police dropped me off uncared for and alone, knowing that I had no way to get home. See, instead of performing a rape kit and drawing her blood, they disregarded her because her addiction to drugs. Because she was a working girl from the streets who clearly hadn't had enough to eat. So they left her with no way to get home but her own 2 feet. But this stranger gave her a place to warm up out of the cold. He gave her clothes and drove her home, never asking to touch her, but giving her $20 and then bidding her farewell. She was never to see him again, but as the years passed by and she cleaned up her life, the subpoenas started coming in, and it interrupted her white picket fence life. Struggling alone, a new request every month and a half, a new date, a new call on the phone. He's fired every lawyer in the county. He's managed to get his infractions knocked up, thinking that she would be locked up, or better yet, dead. He certainly wasn't prepared for her return to grace. 3 strikes and you're out. She just has to look him in the face. They are forcing her to testify, telling her he won't get out on a lie, even though he got out on a loophole before by doing the same to another girl that passed him by, except that girl nearly lost her life. They tell her it'll be all right, but nobody's offering to help her fight. She is living all alone with no support system, no therapy. There's no solution. She wakes up with nightmares every night, running fight or flight. She turns on every light, scared for her life. But this only forces her to move back in with the original abuser from the beginning of her life. Her mother, who used to beat her butt until it was black and blue and then rub it, telling her it's because I love you. See, getting scraps of love is what she has been taught, but things should not be this way. So she is making her way through this hellish place. She is finding her spiritual grace. She is reaching out to empower other women, because it's been 11 years. 11 years since she's touched that stuff. You know, that stuff. That stuff that would numb the pain. That stuff that he would use for his own gain, cause keeping her high, Shug, as he would call her, was the name of the game. And so I say to you, things should not be this day. She should never have been dropped off that day. She should have received more help than what she wasn't given. But she's lucky to have an angelic team so strong, pulling her out all along, protecting her from those that would do lethal harm. But not all women are so lucky or so strong. And if just one woman wants out of the sex trade, she should have the power to recover from that which took away her grace. Because quite honestly, every day for her is still an internal struggle. She still can't sleep, and sometimes she still can't eat, and sometimes when she's driving at night, she still thinks that there's someone hiding in the back seat. She's still fighting for her life. She's still trying to feel safe at night. She's still waking up in a puddle of sweat from blacked out dreams that still haunt her throughout the day. She's still trying to understand how to react to lovers that want the freaky girl act without the fear of manipulation for her sexually deviant ways. She's still trying to feel like she's enough, and that love can be pure and not synonymous with pain, and that she's not simply here for someone else's gain. And so I say to you, every woman deserves to be strong, independent, living, and free. Free of her abusers and free of the pain. Free to live her life in pursuit of happiness again. Free to search out the love of her life. Free to be more than just a happy ending to a man that already has a wife. She is wrapped in the wings of an angel. Her tears fall silently. She is bruised, but never broken. And she is stronger than what she believes.